Welcome to Deep Tracks. I'm Sam, where I dive into underrated, lesser-known songs by artists or bands. Now, full disclosure, none of this is AI or ChatGPT. This is all from my mind, how I interpret music. Today we look at the band LANY, probably my favorite band. I've been listening to them since 2017. Pretty sure before they had their own Wikipedia page. The Los Angeles band consists of lead singer Paul Jason Klein, drummer Jake Goss, and formerly band member Les Priest before he left in 2022. They rose to fame in 2014 by putting their music on SoundCloud, which I'm pretty sure some artists today have done in the past. I think Billie Eilish and Post Malone. LANY's currently on tour with their sixth studio album titled Soft. So LANY currently has over 7 billion streams on Spotify, which is insane, and that's just from Spotify. So they've done pretty well. So you probably know this song.
Don't kiss me right now, don't tell me that.
Maybe this song. Or maybe these.
Where do we go wrong? I know we started out alright. Waking up to nothing when you're super far from.
So these songs are in the top 10 LANY stream songs from Spotify. These are fantastic songs, some of them my favorite. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the less popular songs, the underrated deep tracks. And these songs are pretty great. So let's dive into 5 LANY deep tracks that are some of my favorites that I think you should definitely check out. Starting the list with number 5 from the album Mama's Boy. This song has a long title in parentheses called What I Wish One Person Would Say to Me. Sounds like a 2000s pop punk title. Mama's Boy features popular songs such as You and Cowboy in LA. This song sits at number 42 with just over 34 million streams. This song features a cool sounding electric guitar that sounds like it's echoing its notes. There's also a soft country-like acoustic guitar and standard but powerful drums by drummer Jake Goss. If I were to compare Goss to any other famous drummer, it'd probably be Ringo Starr. He is great at sitting back and giving a great beat for Klein's vocals and the rest of the band, but he also has really cool fills. This is probably the closest LANY has gotten to a country album and probably ever will get. I like how in this song and a few other songs by the band, they will write lyrics at the end that weren't previously in the song. A well-known example of this is On Through These Tears, where at the end Klein adds a little extra at the end to drive the point home, but keeps you interested with brand new lyrics. The same goes for this song. At the end, he changes the lyrics in the final chorus, but the melody is the same. The lyrics are positive and pleasantly simple, and if you only listen to Malibu Nights, you might just think LANY writes about breakup stuff, but that's not the case. There are plenty of songs that are happier and pretty positive, especially with this new album, Soft, which I didn't feature any songs on this list because it's brand new. Maybe in a few years. They have grown up quite a bit. Let's get back into the older, funky, catchy groove of LANY with this song, which is not featured on an album, but on one of their early EPs, titled Makeout. At 4, we have the song Bad, Bad, Bad. Popular EP songs by LANY include Pink Skies, Made in Hollywood. This song sits at number 51 with just over 21.5 million streams. The cover art features flowers in front of clear skies. Warm weather and flowers, especially red flowers, are synonymous with this band. This song is a catchy and upbeat song by them, but a little slower in BPM compared to their songs around this time. This song has a memorable, funky keyboard riff that plays at the same time as Klein's vocals that serve as sort of a higher octave to Klein's harmonies. Again, drummer Jake Goss gives its listeners a groovy feel with its tight hi-hat and snare that make your head bop to the beat. This keyboard riff can immediately be recognized by Day One LANY fans. Next, we're slowing it down a bit with number 3, Sad. Less upbeat than the last one, but still a banger. LANY has a great mix of slow, sadder songs and catchy, upbeat dancing songs that make for a great concert. Back with another song off of Mama's Boy, which the more I listen, could be my favorite album by them. I don't know, it's hard to pick. There's a strip version of this song as well, which is a popular thing for LANY to do. This song has a catchy melody, melodic harmonies, cool keyboard/synths, relatable, bitter lyrics, and powerful, subtle drums by Jake Goss. The chorus is definitely one to sing loudly in the car. At number 2, we have Purple Teeth. This is off their first album, their self-titled album, which came out in 2017. This album features popular songs such as Super Far and 13. Purple Teeth is ranked 74th on the Spotify streaming list, with almost 17 million streams. 15 million probably from me. This 80s style song is driven by its catchy chorus, retro sounding keyboards, and tight, crisp drums that center the song nicely. Klein's vulnerable lyrics and excellent harmonizing voice help give the audience a nice, clean, polished, funky sound that was a staple for their early sound. It's a great introduction for someone who wants to get into LANY. And coming in at number 1, we have It Even Rains in LA. This comes from their 5th studio album titled A Beautiful Blur. It's cool to listen to their newer songs that are more professionally sounding, and the band's successes can be put back into amazing production for their songs. This song sits at number 85 with just under 13 million streams. Now you might be thinking, of course it's lower, it's an album that came out about 3 years ago, which is true. However, a song off this album titled 'Cause You Have To shot up the charts pretty quickly. That song currently sits at number 10 on the streaming list with over 200 million streams. And honestly, could be my favorite song by them. Double XL is another popular song off that album. It Even Rains in LA has a great bass line, which kind of like comes out of nowhere. You listen, you're like, wow, am I listening to LANY right now? It's an impressive bass line because the new album, Soft, features legendary bassist Pino Palladino. This features a really cool guitar riff as well, and subtle rain sounds that can be heard in the background, especially in the intro. I recommend checking out this song on headphones. You'll know what I'm talking about. There's a really great flow to this song. This song shows us Klein's powerful voice, with a little raspiness to it that I don't believe we've heard on many LANY songs previously. The bridge at the end is great. It's really powerful, especially the powerful drums, which Jake goes nuts on the cymbals. Klein has a great ability to sing loudly, but it's not over the top. He also can whisper sing really well, where it's soft, but you can still hear it. Not really sure what that's called. His vocal range is incredible, and after listening to this song, this could be one of his best vocal songs. He is definitely gifted. I highly recommend this one if you aren't familiar. So that does it for my top 5 deep tracks by the band LANY. Let me know in the comments if you like any of these songs, and which underrated deep tracks by the band LANY are your favorite. Maybe I'll do a part 2 because there are plenty more.